Hello everyone and welcome. I am conducting film discussion for April 2020. I'm Eric Colburn. I am the branch manager of the Bainbridge branch of Geauga County Public Library. Usually how film discussion works is that patrons come in and check out a copy of the film, watch it on their own, and then we come together on the first Thursday of the month at 2 p.m. at the Bainbridge branch to discuss the film and talk about some of the fun facts and enjoy popcorn, of course. Due to the coronavirus, we aren't able to meet in person, so today I thought I would just give a review and talk about the film that we were supposed to do in April. April's movie was Nobody's Fool, which starred Paul Newman. It's rated R and runs an hour and 50 minutes. I was also surprised that there were other stars that appeared in this movie, such as Bruce Willis, Melanie Griffith, and Philip Seymour Hoffman, and Jessica Tandy. So to give you a little synopsis of the movie, Paul Newman plays the character Sully. He's a down-on-his-luck construction worker who's approaching retirement age, and he left his family early in his career, so not the greatest of characters that we want to see. He walked out, and after a lifetime of kind of grouchy independence, his son moves back to the town, and he realizes that he kind of needs more in his life than this independent life that he has been living. So he's really forced to face his past and reconcile some of these relationships he's had, especially with his son and his family life. I really enjoyed Paul Newman and Bruce Willis they play antagonists in this film, and they play really well off of each other. They're both kind of grouchy and stubborn, and it's just a nice kind of mix. This isn't the usual kind of role you think of for Bruce Willis. This is not an action-packed film, of course. It's a very slice of life type of deal. Melanie Griffith plays a sassy love interest for Paul Newman, which it provides a nice subplot, because at first I couldn't tell if they were actually seriously flirting with each other or if this was actually part of the plot, and they are actually interested in each other, and it kind of develops very interestingly around, and they have a great kind of light pillow talk with each other where they are kind of snarky with one another and enjoy each other's company. So that's a really nice part of this film. Jessica Tandy plays Paul Newman's landlord, and he's kind of the caretaker and handyman for this landlady, and they play really well off of each other, kind of having this relationship where on the outside it appears they don't like each other very much, but in actuality they do like and need each other very much, and so it's a very nice relationship to have there, and they kind of get along like an old married couple and nitpicking at each other here and there, but ultimately putting up with one another's shortcomings and things that they do here and there. Overall, I'd say it's a pretty good film. I did enjoy it. I personally am not a big fan of the kind of slice of life type films, which this was, but it had a nice plot, and Paul Newman is just a great actor, of course, but there's no strong driving plot in this movie, if that's what you're looking for. It is very much a slice of life, and kind of how this man is reconciling with his past and coming to terms with mistakes he's made and shortcomings that he's had over the years. So let's talk a little bit about the awards this film was nominated for. So Paul Newman was nominated for an Oscar for his acting in this film for Best Actor. It also received a nomination for Best Writing for Robert Benton, who also directed the film. It additionally received a Golden Globe nomination for Best Actor for Paul Newman and a Screen Actors Guild nomination for Outstanding Performance by an Actor as well. So some pretty substantial award nominations for this film. Next we kind of get into the fun facts of the film, which I always enjoy doing this part with the group. So unfortunately this was Jessica Tandy's final produced role in a film before she died. Bruce Willis was not included in any of the advertisement for this film because he was really known as an action star, which I think is really interesting because he would have been a big name to help draw in, but you probably didn't need any bigger name than Paul Newman to draw an audience for this film. The director originally wanted Kim Basinger in the Melanie Griffith role, Nick Nolte in the Bruce Willis role, and Jeff Bridges for the Paul Newman role. It's always fun to kind of hear what actors had planned for the original cast to be, and then what it actually turned out to be. Often we see some of the film greats were originally planned to be given to other actors, and it's kind of fun to look back and see who else was being considered for some of these roles. So Nobody's Fool cost about $20 million, had a budget of $20 million and has grossed a little over $39 million globally. It opened January 13th, 1995, and it grossed a little around $92,000 in the opening weekend, which isn't a great opening, but this really isn't, again, an action-packed film that's going to have a widespread audience. So considering that, I think it was a pretty good opening, and then considering all the nominations it got as well. The filming locations included Beacon, New York, Poughkeepsie, New York, and Hudson, New York, and this was filmed over a really bad winter in 1993 and 1994, which accounts for the ability to be able to see snow throughout the whole film, which was really great as well. A lot of times in films they have to make fake snow or use other things as snow in order to get the filming done, but here we see the genuine artifact that since it was filmed during these winter conditions in New York. Again, I thought it was a good film. I don't know that it's something that I'm dying to watch again, but it was pretty good. It just really depends on your film taste, and that's one of the things I really enjoy about Film Discussion Club is that we get a variety of tastes and interests and reasons why people in the group enjoy different films or it's their favorite, and everyone has their favorite films for different reasons. Sometimes it's a sentimental attachment, or they remember going to see it in the theater or something like that. It's really a situation where it's very much up to your taste. So this is just my thoughts on the film, but it really has solid acting and has some great stars in it too. So I did enjoy it, and I'm glad we included it in this round of the Film Discussion Club. So as far as availability, unfortunately, Nobody's Fool is only available in our physical collection, so you can't check it out on Hoopla or Overdrive as you can some films. If you have Amazon Prime, it is offered as an Amazon Prime film, and you can watch it there. Our Next film we will be watching will be To Kill a Mockingbird, starring Gregory Peck as Atticus Finch from 1962. So this will be a great film to watch. One of the beloved classics, I think, of a lot of film and movie buffs and people who really enjoy depictions of classic literature as well. Again, unfortunately, the video is only available in our physical collection, and you can place a hold once we reopen, but it is available through Amazon Prime. So I really encourage you to check out our film collections on Overdrive and Hoopla, which you can access by visiting geogalibrary.net and scrolling down and clicking on the music, movies, and TV square. It's a little green box if you scroll down, and that'll take you to the collections on Hoopla and Overdrive. I want to thank you all for watching my little review of Nobody's Fool, and I hope you'll tune in next month when I'll be reviewing To Kill a Mockingbird starring Gregory Peck. Have a great day.